Welcome to the channel, everyone. Model Car Guy Rich here. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today I'm going to do a build on the AMT 1932 Ford Phaeton, skill level 2, 125 scale, and I have to put my glasses on because I forgot. Hold on. This kit was this is kit number 38146-1HD, and it was released in 2004. So what is that, 22 years old? Wow, crazy. I think I picked this one up at Walmart back in the day. So here's the side of the box. Okay, well, as usual, I'll get everything out on the table here, start separating pieces, and we'll go from there. So give me just a second. Alrighty, so there's all the molded in kind of a taupe color. I did not count the parts. It did not say on the box, unless it says it on the very bottom. I'm looking now off camera. No, it does not say how many pieces are in there, but I did not count them this time, guys. But this is everything. Looks like we get a couple versions of the roof. This is the big main panel of the roof, and then you get two ways you can attach it. The kit comes with 8 tires, which is pretty cool. You know, 4 standard tires and 4 kind of custom tires. And here's the inner pieces of the wheels, and there's the outer pieces there. So I'll get to cutting these things off the tree and get them all cleaned up and into primer and decide on a color. Back at you in a minute. So I'm attempting to make a lowrider out of this Ford Phaeton. So I have the interior and the body. Okay. I have them flush with the tops right here, and I want this part of the firewall to sit on the frame of the vehicle. So if I push that till it fits tight on the vehicle, and then I come back here, I have, it's about level, but I have this much sticking up of the interior. So I marked a line on it, then took it apart and measured it, and then I transferred that measurement to the bottom half of the interior. So now I'm going to trim this all off so that it sits flush down into the body, and then it'll fit flat on the frame. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do right now. Hopefully that goes well. I'll move all the other little pieces out of the way. So far all I've done is glued the engine together. The parts are all going to be blue eventually. And then I put the custom rear end that came with the kit, but I lowered it to raise, technically I raised it into the frame so that when the wheels are in it, the chassis in that will sit lower to the ground. And then the front, I also did the same thing, but the metal axles are not going to fit through all the way across from one to the other, so I'm going to end up making some kind of pin that goes in the wheels to hold just the wheel on. It won't have the original metal axle that came with the kit. And then the other issue I'm going to take care of is, once the engine is painted and mounted to the mounting points, will I have enough clearance for the oil pan underneath? I don't know that yet, so I'll deal with that when the time comes. But for now, I'm going to put in the old Dremel tool here, get my favorite cutoff wheel, going to insert that in there, going to lock down the collet, and then plug it in. See where we go from here. As always, I'll overlay some music so you guys don't get your ears blown out with the sound of the Dremel tool. Let me adjust you a little bit. There you go. And put it on 1. Oops, that's 2. And there's 1. And we're just going to start cutting. There we go, guys. Hopefully that pops right off, and it does. Now I'll have to dig out the floorboard and put that back into here. And looks like everything else came out nice. I got lucky there. It worked out well. Now I'm just going to go through, trim this off. This actually peels right off, which is really neat. It's very therapeutic. It's like popping the bubble wrap, you know, packing peanuts or whatever you call them. Peel that off, sand it down a little bit, put it down a piece of sandpaper and sand it up, and then test fit it back into the body and see where we go from there. Here's the body right here, and put that in. That fits nice and flush now. Once again, I'm going to line up the front firewall right onto the frame, and oh yeah, much better, guys. I've still got a little bit of room. I can drop it a little bit, but I think that's going to be perfect. That worked out nice. And once again, I have to dig out the floorboard here and just cement it back in. Okay, guys, see you in a minute. Alright folks, so as I was saying, the metal axle that came with the kit will not work now that I've lowered the chassis down. So what I've done is I've taken this piece of wire, which is 20 gauge right there. Okay, I picked it up at Hobby Lobby in one of their craft sections, and it's pretty stiff. So, but you can also bend it. I've used this for coolant hoses and other wiring along like the firewall and that in prior builds. But today I've taken it and I've just cut off little, I think 4 millimeters, 4/10. Yeah, right there. I've taken, it won't focus. Right there. Come on. Anyway, there's a 4 on there, just a little shy of 5. And I've taken those and cut them and stuck those pieces right into the rim of the front wheel where normally the regular axle would go. And then I'll slide these into the brake caliper rotor pieces that are on the actual model kit. And that'll become my axle to hold the wheel on. So there you go. So I've got the rear wheels next now. The rear wheel, the regular metal axle will fit right through it. So that's pretty much the way that'll go. I get those glued in there and keep on moving. Alrighty. Thank you, everybody. I'll be right back. Well, there it is, folks. It's completed. This is the 1932 Ford Phaeton kit from AMT. If you see the kind of the stock build right there, and then I went and made it into a rat rod. My first attempt at doing a rat rod. I've lowered the chassis down, lifted the axles to give it a lower appearance. The nice part was a lot of these parts that I used are all from that very same kit. They had a similar idea where you could build it basically with the no fenders, but I decided to lower it more by moving the axles around, which I thought was pretty neat. I am very pleased with this kit. I definitely recommend it if you guys get a chance to pick that one up. The really cool part is you can, well, I don't have it sitting on there perfect, but the cool part is you can take the top off and you can view your weathered seats. You know, dashboard is very simple. Shifter and all that stuff is in there. Little foot pedals, I don't know if you can see them way down on the bottom. They're black, the brake and the clutch. Pretty cool. Yep, I am very happy with it. Like I said, it's my first attempt at a rat rod. And here is the bottom. Pretty basic, very simple, just like the real car was, you know. So alrighty folks, I appreciate you all stopping by. I hope you enjoy that one. I think it's got a pretty slick look to it. And until the next time, I thank you so very much for stopping by. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Model Car Guy Rich out. Keep on modeling.